Welcome back to Pole Barn Garage, where today I am the proud new owner of this 1976 Mercury Colony Park Station Wagon. I've wanted one of these since last week, and now I have one. Let's take a look at this beauty. I would really like to road trip this thing out to go get another car. It's about 4 hours away, and we have 3 days to do it. Will it happen? I don't know. She did have the wood grain on her. It was pretty fancy. It's got leather. Oh, God. Oh my God. That is an incredible amount of ants. I think the movie Ants was actually filmed in this car. But it is cool. It has the jumper seats in the back. We'll get there later. I know nothing about it. I bought it sight unseen. I gave $1,750 for this thing. It has a 460 in it. It's supposed to run with gas down the car. We're just going to have to get it in the shop and see what we have to work with. But before it goes in the shop, I'm not playing games this time. Nope, we're not doing the brown recluses and the ants and every other damn thing that's in every one of these damn cars. Nope, not doing it. Grenade out! I tell you what, there's nothing like having a friend with a rollback. Why is it so foggy in there? It's like Cheech and Chong.
Good luck.
They didn't even kill the bastards. God damn.
How? It's like laying right next to them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was stupid. It's in here, but don't do that. Let's see if it's safe. No. No, it's not. It's better. I could stand near it. I wanted to get the hood open, damn it. Shouldn't be too stinky under here. Okay. Hey, look at there. 460. All here and accounted for. It doesn't look bad.
The wing nut even rode. Right there.
Nice. Yeah, he said he was pouring gas down the car, but he could get it to run. It's got a new coil on it. Motorcraft 4350. Great. Oh, Hydro Boost. It has the same Hydro Boost system that the Gold LTD does.
Oh, cool.
Great. AC compressor's free, so you could probably have air conditioning. It sure looks clean in here. Smells like varnish, but not bad. Throw a battery in it, see what happens. It's been a little bit here. Surely that thing's aired out some. I'd like to start under the hood. You know, you think you hate this thing now, just wait till you drive it. That's what we're going to try to do. I see a lot of good signs. Looks like a newer master cylinder on the Hydro Boost unit. Looks like a newer ignition module for the DuraSpark system. Looks like newer plug wires, new plugs. Somebody's been here. Somebody's been working on it, and when I rolled it off in here, it actually had some brakes. I'm going to peek in the gas tank with a bore scope, see how bad it looks. And if it doesn't look too bad, I'm not going to drop it. But if it looks real bad, then we'll drop it, clean it, drain it, whatever. Before I start messing with that, see, yeah, it's got some green coolant in it. It's full of oil. Somebody was driving this not that long ago. The tires are from 2017. The inspection sticker says otherwise. It says 2002, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I don't think this thing's been off the road that long. Let's give the Colony Park a colonoscopy. Going in, we're looking for polyps. It's looking not too bad so far. The fill tube's a little crusty. Almost to the small intestine. I'm stuck somewhere in the upper colon tract. Shoot. Shit. I can see the sending unit there. It looks okay. I can't really get any further in for some reason. It might be okay. I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot, see what it looks like anyway. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's any gas in it at all. Maybe dump some gas in it. The guy I got it from said it would run if you poured gas down the carb. Is it possible that it's just out of gas? It actually looks like it has a newer fuel pump on it. Only got a couple of gallons here, but that should be enough for starters. Yeah, there's nothing in there at all. I can hear it hitting the bottom of the tank. Most other channels will probably jerk you around and think there's a bunch of intricacies to this, but there's really not. I put gas in it and a battery, and let's see what happens. Hey, all the ants are dead. Yeah, it's not the solenoid. Oh! Hey! Alright. One of them. Hey! Two of them. 3 of them. That is. Not this one. Oh, that's the locks. No radio. No back window. Right, well, I'm just going to leave the key on then. Unfortunately, it's probably the key switch, but it does feel bad. Okay, well, that was hard.
It's stuck.
The throttle's stuck on it. It's trying to, the cruise control's really trying to do its job here. That's what's holding the throttle up. You know, we can probably get rid of that for now. Yeah, we don't need that.
There you go.
There.
Instant slow on. Hey, battery holdout.
Well, so yeah, we need that. That's the factory battery.
That's what I say. It's complete.
There's a new oil filter in here, and then a bunch of these cartridge oil filters. Here's a coil. There's probably nothing wrong with any of this stuff. Well, it runs okay, so I'll just kind of look at all the hoses and rubbers and see if everything's going to hold up. And then we'll have to test drive it and see what we're working with. I got to get that big key switch working. Well, I feel stupid. I wiggled this around here. Notice that I went to pull this off of the solenoid, and I noticed it's kind of loose. You know, turns out that's all it was. This thing runs perfectly fine. Alright, let's fill up the coolant. Just the top off there, looks good. Now I did notice one very unfortunate thing. This power steering hose is leaking. That's not good because of the Hydro Boost thing. I seriously doubt the local auto parts store is going to get that stuff in time for us to road trip this thing. But let's see. Good thing is it doesn't look like this has the optional skid control, which was a very early analog brake system. Looks like just standard issue Hydro Boost. So that is a good thing. We'll take the wins where we can get them. That's too bad because this thing runs damn good. And it feels like the brakes might even work. I do have another one of these around that has a Hydro Boost system. Shall we go robbing? Way back yonder near the woods there is the Taxi Cab Ltd, which is also a Hydro Boost car. Let's see if we can snag that. Yes. I don't know if this one's any better, but it is free, so it's worth a try. I don't remember it leaking. Let's see. Oh, well, it's definitely holding fluid. It looks like we hit a few fares with it. It's a little bit different, isn't it? But it's close. I know this seems a little unconventional, but this line is stuck in the back of the pump pretty good. So I will gently and surgically remove it very, very carefully. And yeah, now I can use the closed end of the wrench. There's a threaded adapter in the pump. It's pretty common that this will stick in there, so I got to get a wrench on that to hold it still. Then try to get that fitting broke free. And, you know, I'm okay with letting that nasty power steering fluid leak out. I think it could use some new stuff. This thing wants to play hardball. I had to pull it out of there. If you ever do that, use caution. There's a spring in the pump, and you'll lose it if you're not careful. There you go. Don't even give it a choice. Well, I can already tell this isn't going to work. This car uses two 45-degree inverted flares. The other car used an O-ring fitting on the Hydro Boost end. So it has a different kind of Hydro Boost in it. I overnighted some from Rock Auto, which are the right hoses. They won't be here till Tuesday. Today is Sunday. Well, that kind of puts the brakes on things for tonight. Get it? We could at least get this thing shoveled out, cleaned up. I'd also like to go ahead and jack it up, feel the wheel bearings, see what the brakes look like. I think they're probably good, though. I called you in to clean and look for treasures. You never know. And we should also examine the floors. Owner's manual. Yes.
Ooh, a hose clamp though.
Always keep those.
Ooh.
I don't know why there'd be power steering fluid in it.
No idea.
Well, it doesn't leak or anything. I found the cigarette lighter. That's a plus. And some belts.
Quality gems.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird that it's all. Oh. That's fine. I didn't see that.
Yeah, you don't drive, or you don't ride on that side.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Right through it.
Ah.
Yep. Oh, look. Yeah,
Yep.
that one's going to go right through as well.
Yep.
I noticed that this is all pushed up over here. I bet it's where they picked it up with a forklift. At the estate auction it was at. I haven't showed the jumper seats. Those are amazing. But I bet there's no floor here either. More than the rest of it, but definitely not a hell of a lot.
There are so many ants, like they're just living under here. They were running out, but it's my new bug cleaner.
Yeah, super clean. Pretty good ant killer. Oh, look at there. It'll just uninstall itself.
Oh, great. Oh.
So it's only got 2 bolts holding it in anyway. You know what? Screw it. I'll just take it out now that it's uninstalled itself.
Yeah.
Jeez. It might come out. I am victorious. What?
I am not. I just stirred up a whole new nest of ants. Oh my god. At least they're not Texas ants.
Yeah, at least the power seat works. Front ones are thankfully studs. Much easier to remove those. Well, I broke one of the wires, so I'm gonna get this out the easy way. We'll just cut it, splice it back together, because whatever the hell kind of connector this is, I don't know how to get it apart. It's a better idea from Ford, I guess. Unbolt the seat belt, which it's not really attached to anything, but you know, it'll make you feel better. Oh man.
That's not good.
No, that's the whole floor brace. It's really bad. This car's in really bad condition. Like, you're not fixing that. But I'll try. And unfortunately, this side is not going to come out easy. We will resort to violence. Well, enough air hammering. I'll just take the floor with it, I guess. I sure know how to pick it. We're going to do the best we can with it. We're going to work with what we got. I'm not pouring a bunch of money into this stupid station wagon. For the record, I only took out 1 bolt out of the seat. The other 3 are still there. You know, it's a good thing that the car runs and that it might have brakes, because all my time is going to be spent on this now, just making it halfway safe. Oh my god. Hey, a penny.
Ooh, more pennies.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is as bad as I've ever seen. That's a pretty high bar. We'll get the back seat popped out, get all this out, and just see. Let's see if we can come up with some kind of game plan here. Yeah, that's convenient.
Ooh, you're gonna fall through.
I trust it. I don't know why, but I do. Holy crap.
Oh wow, chapstick and stamps.
Dairy Queen.
Oh, back when they had yellow spoons.
They found a lot of change in here. Here's another penny.
What year is that one?
1974.
Oh my gosh, we have 74, 75, 76, and 2 77s. Oh yes. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
That's fantastic.
A lot of family vacations in this car, I bet.
Uh-huh. It's like the only mouse nest we found so far, huh?
No, the car's actually surprisingly clean.
Yeah,
It's
Lulu
just...
passed right by it. She didn't even want to jump in.
No. Granted, where the hell would they live?
The ants would kill them.
That's a problem for another time. We have bigger issues.
Yeah.
Priority number 1 here. Get rid of all of this shit. put it in truck, and dispose of in environmentally friendly fashion. Oh, also, I was pulling the brakes apart. The front brakes look pretty good. We'll get back to that in a minute. This takes priority. I ain't scared of no ants. I really got to stop buying these things sight unseen. Since that's floor supports there's no self-tapping screwing that. That's got to be done right, or at least strong. So that is going to be some welding. I can do it though. I know how to do the stuff. I just, I usually like to take the shortcuts for video's sake. We'll do a little bit of both. We'll try to strengthen it up, welding in some new metal here, and then just screw in a bunch of sheet metal everywhere else and put the seats back in and hope for the best. When life gives you lemons in the form of a colonoscopy park station wagon, I have no positive message for this. I'm sorry. Somebody's really done a hell of a job fixing that up. Cardboard and looks like a trash bag, some cardboard, and some 1/4-inch plywood. Oh, bummer. Before I shop vac it, might as well rip most of this headliner down. I don't think it's going to do us much good. Somebody did some homemade stuff to hold it up there. Well, that's better, I guess. Asbestos in the colonoscopy park wagon. That's right. This whole show is nothing but butt puns. Here we can see the house spider in its natural habitat consuming this green caterpillar. The arachnid will consume the caterpillar slowly over the next few days, slowly sucking the juices from its corpse. Okay, so in brake land here, we have a new brake hose on this side, new pads. It looks good. However, on this side, we do have new pads, but the brake hose has seen better days. Although, well, we'll look at that if we have time. Everything must get worse before it gets better. In this case, it's probably just going to get a little bit better, but that's okay. We're going to start by chopping out everything.
Hi.
Well, this could be better. Suppose today's job is make floors and braces. These two braces here, those actually need to be pretty strong. Those are important. Your floors themselves, they don't really do anything other than keep you in the car. But those braces, those are very critical. They are just made out of sheet metal, but it's a thicker sheet metal. And I do have some. I can't cut it with a nibbler, so it's going to be kind of hard to cut. We just brace from the good metal here to the good metal on the tunnel and just try to make a piece to connect them together. Same thing on this side. There is some good metal left in here. We'll just try to, try to connect it back together. And once that's in, then we can go ahead and put some floor pans in. We'll try to put 2 bins on the sides for strength. Jay?
Yeah?
I have a job for you while I do this. You know that cop car LTD out back?
Yes.
Can you pull the passenger seat out of it?
Yes.
It has seat tracks. I think our driver's seat still has its tracks out of this car, but the passenger side, they're just gone. So if we could get them out of that would save us quite a bit of work.
I'm gonna be taking out the passenger seat of this, and it looks like there's an ant infestation and whatever else is in here. Hopefully there's not too many wasps.
Well, JD's just about got the seat tracks off of this thing. You want to learn to weld?
Yeah.
I'm the wrong guy to teach you.
Alright.
So I tacked it in over here, and once we weld this in, then we're going to move it on over here to tie it to whatever that's called. This is some really heavy sheet metal. It's pretty damn thick. It's almost 1/16 inch. So it welds nice and easy. And you should be able to go full hog up there.
I saw this on the videos. You gotta
Go in the gap there.
right there.
See where the metal meets it.
Right there.
Yep. So whenever you pull that trigger, you're gonna see it make a pool of metal.
Yeah.
So just make little like half circles, kind of like you're drawing like squiggly lines, you know?
Okay.
Like little curly cues.
Yeah.
And then just follow it all the way down. That's a pretty good tack. Alright, now you can flip your helmet up and take a look. And it looks fine.
Oh.
I mean, you know, it's flux core, so it's not going to be pretty. You see you got a little hot over here.
Yeah.
See how I melted it?
So I have to move quicker?
Just a little bit. You moved about the right rate of speed at the start, so
Okay.
whatever you did there.
Okay.
It's definitely glued together.
Alright.
It's definitely stuck.
I started out a lot better than I wound up.
I mean, it's fine. It's flux core. 2, I'm missing the gas shield because I have the wrong tip on it, so there's no gas for it, but the shield would kind of prevent you from touching. We got to squeeze that part down there where the seat belt bolt goes, and then get that welded in. And once this is all attached, we'll work our way back here and weld that side. Move in just a little closer. I just tacked this side in. Jess will run a seam all the way along it, so she can get a little practice. And but I actually think it's gonna work. I've been using this really heavy piece of sheet metal here. I think it's the side of a school bus. Cody brought it home from work allegedly one day. Been around here for years, but now I'm using it. Pretty good. Basically your first time. Yeah. Looks just fine. I mean, this is solid as the best can be now. I'm gonna try to roll this edge over here. Alright, it's not bad. It's pretty stout. You get that side in, and then these 2 front braces, obviously. Then we start putting some floors in, but we got to have our bones first before we put the flesh on. A flat piece of metal has no strength, but if you put a little bend in the sides, just like they did, then it's got some strength. Just use the rocker of the car. We're gonna have floors, whether it likes it or not. It looks like someone picked this thing up with a forklift, and they were really bad at it. It's actually ripped out here. We'll get to that if we have time. That actually looks pretty good, and it is sturdier. However, somebody welded the metal over the wires, JD. It was you, so.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Why don't you go ahead and fix those?
Yeah.
Since it was your mistake.
My problem. Getting
This brace in here. Weld it in. Weld it in. JD's fixing his horrible mistake still. Well, there we go. They're not right, but the floor's a lot stronger. I think we need to fix that transmission cross member. And then we're going to have to scavenge some floors. JD got the seat track swapped over onto this seat, which is good. And it doesn't really help us with this seat, though.
You want me to go take the other one out of the cop car?
Maybe we could cut the feet off of it and put it on here.
I can
see
get
if you can yank it?
Yeah.
All right.
It's going to take a while. It's going to suck, but I'll give it.
Well, you do that. I'm gonna try to fix that transmission cross member. Hopefully they didn't break the transmission. I'm thinking we can just take that bolt out, straighten up that brace there. It's pretty convenient that we have this giant access hole here to work through. That's nice. We got our nut off of there. Now if we can just drive this bolt back through there. I had to use a different bolt. Smaller bolt. That thing's so out of whack it just didn't line up anymore. But no, bolt, some washers. At least it's attached again. Now we need sheet metal, and a lot of it. Where are we going to get that? Right here is where we'll get all that sheet metal we need. This was the parts car for the 1960 Ford wagon. I've had it listed on Marketplace for parts for about a week now, and nobody's taken it. Fair game as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot of good metal in that roof. So we're going to keep our Ford all Ford with this thing. I'm gonna bust out my friend the nibbler here. We got a lot of metal to work with here. This should do all the front floors anyway. One new floor pan. Well, I'm gonna use my portable metal brake here to get a bend on this floor pan. JD's going to swap the tracks from that LTD onto here. They're both power. They both work the same. You're getting to be kind of an expert with the Ford power seat. And so I am going to shoot a few self-tappers into this floor pan here. I think I'm actually going to weld in a lot of it. Is that hitting the transmission?
It was hitting the transmission, but did Past Dalton do anything about it? No.
How's that? Almost
Good.
done.
Yes.
Nice. That's going to help a lot. Instead of trying to make feet for that thing.
Yeah.
Rear floor pan, it ain't pretty, but it is in there and attached. And we need all the help we can get. I'm going to make this floor pan in 3 sections. So I'm going to put a small narrow piece in the middle under the seat here. And I've got that traced out right now. And then I'll make the actual footwell pan in the front. Then we'll just duplicate it on the other side. But we should have a half-assed decent station wagon, actually. There's our middle floor piece there. And again, it's not perfect, but it is, well, it's a lot better than nothing. I'm going to shoot a self-tapper in it. And then I'll just shoot a self-tapper into it. But then I'll weld it. Alright, well, this side is done. Very solid. Feels good, and I actually feel safe about this. I'm going to use some liquid nails for a seam sealer on here. Is it the right thing to use a seam sealer? No, seam sealer is. Is seam sealer like $40 a tube? Yes, this is $3. It'll keep moisture out and, you know, theoretically help with some rusting issues. I've used it a lot and I've never had any trouble. While we're waiting for this to dry, we'll go ahead and make our other floor pans for the driver's side. Probably going to take me most of the night. And if we're really planning on trying to drive this thing 200 miles in 2 days now, I'm going to have to really bust on it, and we're going to have to get pretty lucky with the mechanicals of it. I've got about 2/3 of this floor done. End up having to cut the hood out of that parts car. Then I've got to work on the jumper seat floors. While I do that, I'm going to put Jess to work, putting up some of this kill mat on the roof, just so it's not a rattly tin can. Hey, look, you can stand in here now, though.
It's really nice.
It's actually really solid.
Yeah.
Well, that's done. It's all in there. It looks pretty good, actually. Seam sealed, quote unquote. And now it'll all be covered up, and nobody ever needs to know it's here. Not gonna carpet this one because I don't have any. We don't have any time. I know. I'm committing blasphemy. I'm using a Cadillac roof and a Ford, but I gotta patch that. Well, I have to make that. Anyway, this is looking reflective.
Yeah.
If anybody looks back here, it's going to be pretty obvious that I'm just completely out of patience. So I'm just going to shoot about 4,000 self-tappers in it. If the kids that ride back here fall out, I mean, whatever. I got life insurance. Well, that is embarrassingly bad, but it is somewhat solid now. And if the car breaks, we can just blame the GM parts. I'm going to go ahead and throw the seats in. We're going to have to drill 3 holes on each of them to get them in. God, these are heavy. I got 1 stud on each of them that I can use to guide. Yeah, it's gonna work pretty alright. I'll just squirt some paint on the floor, and that's gonna tell me where the holes are for the other 3. Then we'll just bolt and nut those. Oh, yeah, I think they line up close enough anyway. We'll get the other side bolted in. And then we'll have a car. Well, more of a car than we did earlier today anyway. We're in the ballpark. This one, I think the floor's more right-ish. Before I put this in permanent-like, reconnect these wires here, and then shoot a self-tapper in that to ground it to the kill mat, because that'll work, I'm sure. Alright. We can put this factory bolt back in. That's pretty cool. Well, there you have it. We have seats. And that's a lot better than it was. Actually, dare I say, I think it's restored to its original integrity. Tomorrow, I should have a Hydro Boost line for it. And This damn car better repay me for all that work. I don't even know if it drives. Stepping outside first thing in the morning, seeing the wake of my destruction. Well, this morning, we're waiting on our Hydro Boost line, but it should be here today. It's out for delivery. So I guess in the meantime, Jay, why don't we go ahead and just clean this thing up and get it reassembled. What's that?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Alright, well, good luck. Got the jumper seats installed, bolted down to the floor. JD's gonna drop the oil on the thing. Nasty.
Does it feel like gritty or anything?
We'll throw a new filter on it, some fresh oil, and at least that much is taken care of. We'll have to get some zinc to add into this, but we'll use up all of our leftover oil to throw in that. Got these mechanisms working. They were just kind of stuck. Now the seats fold up and down pretty easy. JD's going to throw some transmission fluid in it. It looks like it's totally dry. The rear brakes are very tight. I can't get the drums off. So I'm going to back them off just a hair. Master cylinder is full of like brand new brake fluid. I think we got lucky as far as that goes. If I take this off, you know I'm going to regret it, right? Because then I'm going to find something. You know what? Actually, it's fine.
Yep.
Yep, it's totally fine. Have you check the fuses under there? We don't have a blower motor and we don't have any dash lights. Fortunately, no bad fuses. I'd really like to get this blower working because I was going to try to charge the air conditioning. I think I figured out why the fan motor's not working. But the AC clutch actually does kick on. The fan motor is controlled by this resistor here. And that's how you get your fan speed. What they tend to do over time is melt, and that's what this appears to have done. So I made a little jumper wire, and I should just be able to give this thing full 12 volts all the time. It'll blow on high all the time, and then we could try to charge the air conditioning, because I'm dumb. The car doesn't even drive.
Yeah.
Well, let's fix the floors of the air conditioning. There we go.
Oh, sounds great.
Well, maybe it'll speed up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe it just needs to be
Used.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, she's coming around. I guess we could try to pull a resistor out of one of the other LTDs. There's your resistor there. Doesn't look bad, but I don't know. We could run that thing on a lower speed. That would be nice. I wonder if the air shocks work on this. That's what this is. The valve for the air lines. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's going up. Yeah. Cool. I put the tailgate trim back on. It's it's catching a little over here. Oops. Well, that's a resistor out of the cop car LTD, and it does work. Ah, yes. Now we have varying levels of horrible noises.
Right now I'm just cleaning up the back side of this, and this is after, and that's before. You can tell the difference. Actually, it doesn't look that bad, and it has a little hidden compartment I never knew about.
Well, I bought hoses from Rock Auto and had them shipped here, and they look like the right ones. Anyway, we can hook this up to our power steering pump, and then our Hydro Boost here, and we can finally see if the damn thing will drive. And we're gonna have to refill our power steering pump, and we'll leave the cap off of it, and we're gonna have to bleed it. And the way you do that on these, get the car fired up, you hold your foot down on the pedal, brake pedal that is, should self-bleed through the reservoir. Sometimes they can be kind of a bitch. I hope it still runs. I mean, listen to that thing. It runs really good.
It does. What was that? I didn't see anything. Oh, stop. Stop.
Is that?
The drive shaft.
Okay, that's a problem.
Yeah, I can see it wiggling back and forth, banging up.
Well, hang on. Is the drive shaft bent or is it hitting the floor? That idiot hit it with a fork. Oh, it threw a drum off the back.
It did? Huh.
Is it because the floor has collapsed on top of it?
Maybe.
I'm not gonna lie, that's not something I saw coming. So it's bent because there's a mark here where somebody hit it with a freaking forklift. It's definitely rubbing right here. Transmission mount is definitely bad. That's letting it move. But I don't think it should be that tight on the yoke anyway. Kind of like in your idea of cutting the transmission tunnel.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm the head engineer here, so.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, this would have been good to know before we reassembled everything.
We couldn't have looked under it.
No. Ah, yes, there it is. And yes, it is in fact touching the floor. Okay, you think I clearanced it enough?
Okay, go ahead.
Ha-ha! Whoa. Why is this so vibrating?
Well, maybe it's because it's in the air. Hang on. Oh, I feel scared around that.
The drums?
Yeah. Like I don't want it to fall off.
As soon as I take it out of gear, it stops. I think the drive shaft's bent.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it bent?
Yeah.
Just measured it, and the drive shaft in a 4-door LTD is the same length. We're gonna rob this drive shaft out and then just shove it in the freaking wagon, I guess. God, why am I so committed to this? Why don't we just drive this? There we go. One less bent drive shaft. You know, it's actually not the floor causing it to rub. It's the whole cross member and frame brace is bent from the fork loader that picked it up and bent it and ruined most of the car, actually. I can't bend that cross member to save my life, and I really don't feel like pulling one out of the other car. I'm trying to wedge a pry bar up onto its mounting tab here. Bend it as much as I can. Took a lot of beating to get that out of there because it was rubbing on the floor, but we got it. And it is identical to the one out of that 4-door. So there's our dent right there. I'm guessing that's why it was wobbly. Oh yeah, it's bent. It's super bent, actually. The new drive shaft is in. We had to make some minor modifications to the floor. It's really nothing to concern yourself with. It's here. Fixed. Yeah, that's just a cup holder. Let's see if it shakes.
Yeah.
Brakes work.
Yeah.
Let me just... There we go. There. What hole? There's no hole there. The problem is solved now. You know, every time I try to do something right, this is what happens. But, oh well, it's not there anymore. Yeah. Hubcaps. Well, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm so scared to
Fill
drive
the
it.
air conditioning.
Oh.
Oh. So recently I've been using this stuff, EnviroSafe R134A. It is compatible with R12. I think it's propane, but you know, whatever. So I'm gonna put some stop leak in, the oil charge, and then 2 cans of that R12 replacement. Let's see if the air conditioning works.
I'm not gonna subject you guys to listen to that blower motor for very long. I mean, I'm already sick of it just editing the video. Yeah, it did work, actually. It did start to blow cold. But frankly, this wasn't even a factor in our trip.
Alright, let's see if it drives. We haven't even driven this yet. Bam!
Good brakes.
If it'll drive to the gas station, it'll surely drive all the way to Wichita.
Yep.
Yeah.
200 miles.
Now let's stop and get some Marvel and dump it in the tank.
Okay, maybe. It probably just needs to be cleared out.
Yeah, and fill it up with some more fresh. It doesn't drive bad. What was that?
You know what that was.
Was it the drive shaft?
Yes.
Staying cool.
Yeah.
Let's go to O'Reilly and get some miracle juices to put in here. Not that it needs them. It's a great car, really. So we're just going to put a small amount of this in there. Just a tiny little bit. Time to restore the engine. Oh, we're going to die. right, everything is totally fine. She's running just the best. Let's just go ahead and wash this baby off. You know, it really deserves it being such a fine automobile. Having the AC on, that's for sure, but it is cold. So today's sponsor is Liquid IV, and Liquid IV's got a whole new look to it. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. I have drank Liquid IV for quite a long time. I'm very happy to have them on board as a sponsor. You know, summer's here, it's hot. I have no air conditioning. It's a tin heat box is what this is. And you gotta stay hydrated. Otherwise, bad things are gonna happen to you. This Liquid IV, I'd be drinking it anyway, sponsor or not, because it's better than water alone, just like it says on the package. You shake it up. I got the pear flavor here. I kind of like pears. They got a whole bunch of good flavors, though. You could use the code POLEBARNGARAGE to save 20% on your order. Use the link down in the description and save 20%. I tell you what, this stuff is a lifesaver, and that's not hyperbole. It's really a lifesaver. Thanks to Liquid IV for sponsoring this episode, and stay hydrated out there. Oh, and yeah, this is a big spoiler alert here. Here's the car we're going to get, but you'll see this later. Don't pay attention. No fish. You're not going this time. Hello, Jim.
Hey, how are you?
How do you feel about this?
Well, I always thought you were a little crazy, but then you sent me pictures of this car we're going to go get. And then you sent me pictures of the car we're going to use to go get it.
Uh-huh.
And you're clinically insane.
Especially when you factor in...
Oh, I got that. Yeah.
Can you give that, just squeeze
Well,
that?
it kind of fits. If it fits, it ships, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
JD, hop in the car. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
How are you? What are you?
He's skinny. He'll fit.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just, you
All
know,
that room.
some bumps.
Well, this is so when we blow a tire and the car starts fishtailing out of control, it's like a containment seat, like a racing seat.
And then everything was going to move this way.
Yeah, but it's soft. It's cardboard. It'll be okay.
So I bought a completely roasted 1968 GTO out in Wichita. That's about 200 miles from here. And I figured, well, we can't bring that windshield and all the tools and everything. I mean, we're going to drive my nice 23,000 mile LTD with functioning air conditioning, cruise control, and it would absolutely make it there. But couldn't fit everything in there, and the car's been on fire. And so I figured we'd all get covered in soot, and then it would ruin my car. So we got a disposable instead. It might make it there.
If it doesn't, we're buying something else.
Yes.
It's going to have to be a van or a truck, though.
I guess we ought to hit the road. We got 200 miles to go in this car. Me and JD drove it 10 miles yesterday, and it was horrible. So what could possibly go wrong?
It's 8:45, 200 miles, should be 4 hours. So we should get there by 10
Tomorrow?
o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Jim,
Yes.
just don't poke your fingers through anywhere down there, okay?
Just don't touch that.
Don't go anywhere near
What about
it.
this?
That's safe.
That's safe?
Yeah,
Well, maybe.
that's fine.
That's just
This is the chips.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
lead.
these are Mercury chips. We've made it 100 feet.
It's already hitting.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
It'll clearance itself.
All right,
It's just Dynamat.
let's just roll.
We're going.
You got to be very careful of railroad crossings, bumps, roads, turns,
we'll be all
parking
right.
lots.
It'll clearance.
I can smell the rubber.
It's all right. Wow.
Everything is fine. Wow, this thing hates life. There's a lot of weight in this thing.
Perfect song too. Our optimism. We're still standing. Zach.
We got to stop for provisions. By that I mean cigarettes.
Whoa. We need
Maybe.
road food. Road food.
They sell daiquiris here.
I'm gonna need one of them.
I'm not looking at it. I don't care. Let's just keep driving. We're about to hop on the highway. I hope the highway's better. It should be better. I mean, this isn't too bad. We kind of float around 55. Theoretically, the highway should be smoother.
Well, there's nothing else that'll clearance faster.
Yeah, exactly, because it'll spin faster. All right, here we go. For the first time in quite a while. I see why maybe it wasn't on the highway for a while. So will the drive shaft cut itself in half in the next 190 miles? Stay tuned. This ramp is going to be challenging for us. It really doesn't like to go right at all, so...
Well, the car does, the drive shaft doesn't. I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't know
what you're talking about.
I don't know why I'm concerned. Really, no reason to be concerned at all. We've discovered, though, if you go right, the transmission cocks over and then rums. But if you just jerk the wheel to the left a little, it kind of recenters, and it's not as bad. You know, I mean, it's a driver's car is what it is.
It's the high-performance floating drivetrain.
It's getting a little hot.
Yeah.
240?
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta get off here. I smell a lot of gas.
Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll go up in flames.
God, I hope so. We're gonna swing off at the Home Depot here, and maybe we can figure out why it's at 260 degrees right now. If it is, I'm still not convinced. Let's just take a look at it.
Not really hard.
Not too hard. Okay. Oh yeah, it's hot.
I don't see a fuel leak but near the carburetor. You see anything down by the pump?
There was no fuel leak, but there sure was an overheating issue, so we decided to take some steps to resolve that.
We're seeing if it'll cool off and push some coolant through there, and I don't know.
It's coming right. It's coming down quick.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
So it is flowing.
Not thermostat. We don't want to actually do anything to it.
No.
So we're just going to take the hood off and strap it to the roof. And that's going to really help. Actually, I mean, it really should help. But let's just take the hood off now before we pop a hose, because I don't have any extras.
And it should increase our low class image on the highway. As we're going yes, the looks are going to be astounding.
Arrest me now. Sending JD into the Home Depot to go buy ratchet straps. Just ask somebody where they're at. There's airflow.
Yes.
It's air cooled now.
Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to put the hood on the roof, and we're going to put something underneath the back so it's like a spoiler.
Oh yeah, for downforce. Wait,
Yes.
no. We want lift.
We should put them up front. We should get lift.
We could get lift out of it if we do that.
And then the drive shaft will go rubbing.
Bingo. Now, do we want to hook together?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, this is just road tripping. You know, normal car, family vacation.
Yep.
I've shoved our ratchet set under here, so that as we drive down the road, this will suck air in, lifting the car and fixing the drive shaft.
And then the ratchet set pulls out.
I'm a genius. This is gonna work for sure. Now we look like a cop magnet for sure. Thankfully, we only have 160 more miles to go. How's it looking?
10 gauge is happier.
It is better. We can see it cook itself to death now.
As we watch the carnage. The carnage will be fully visible. Widescreen.
Yeah, when that hose explodes and then we get showered in boiling hot glycol, it's gonna be way better.
That's what the windshield's for. Then you turn on the wiper blades that we don't have.
Yeah. Jim is actively looking for another car in Wichita because we're probably going to need another one. And meanwhile, hey, you want some?
on the roof actually seems to be working. The drive shaft is rubbing way less. The front end of the car is kind of floaty now, but I think it is actually working.
The good news is the engine hasn't blown up. But on the bright side, we don't hear the drive shaft as much. We smell gasoline when you hit bumps. Now we smell burning oil. And everybody's staring at us.
Yeah, so everything's going pretty good.
Absolutely.
We only got 110 miles left.
We're doing great.
Yeah, I mean, really, everything, it couldn't be better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a blow by.
That's just blow by, don't worry about it.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah, we got problems. Oh, it's gone.
Fixed.
Oh, all right, well, oh, no, it's back. We had a 460. I think we got like a 380 now.
Well, if you go faster, maybe it'll loosen the rings up.
I don't think we want to get them any more loose. If the hood was on it,
Yeah, we
wouldn't
wouldn't know. Ignorance is bliss. Oh, it's down a cylinder.
Oh yeah, it's down a hole big time.
Ooh, yeah, you can hear that.
I think it's knocking.
You might be buying a car sooner than later. Car truck.
Yeah, we might be buying something like right now.
Don't let it die at the end of the ramp.
I'm gonna run the side if I can.
Okay.
Oh,
That was interesting.
oh!
No.
Did we just ventilate the block?
I think we did.
Is it still running?
Yeah.
Okay, well, keep it running. I'm looking. You're clear this way. If you go, you're clear.
No.
This might be. This could be an issue. On the off ramp.
You think there might be a problem here, Jim?
I smell this. Somehow I'm getting a slight whiff of oil vapor.
You are.
I'm not sure where that could be coming
You're
from.
a certified mechanic, Jim. What do you think is going on?
I just think it's pissed.
Let's
go where there's shade.
Well, I believe we have found the limits of the 460.
Well, I want to know what went pop. Oh,
What is it?
the PCV valve came out.
Oh, it's just building a bunch of pressure.
Blew the PCV valve out.
Well,
But that doesn't make sense. The smoke was coming from up here, I thought. Is there oil pouring underneath it, JD?
no?
No.
Yeah.
We didn't window it yet.
Not yet. I like that yet. The oil is so thinned out and deep.
Yeah, it is upper end, though.
Yeah.
Just let it cool off.
We're sticking the oil up a bit with some viscosity enhancement compound.
Yeah.
The damn thing's actually full of oil still. It just thinned out because it got so hot.
So if we goop it up, what are we going to do to keep it from getting hot?
You'll have to get the thermostat and try that, I guess.
Let's flip this and see what happens. Let's not.
Nope. Just let that sit for a little while.
It's a little angry.
These things are really typical for the water pump impellers to just rot off of them. Kind of.
Did you bring a spare one?
No. Oh fuck! It's everywhere.
That's all right. Might be a little warm.
It needed flushed, you know. So.
We have got a hot deal for you.
Man, right here, smoking deal on this '76 Mercury.
Hey, on the bright side, while we're here, we can procure some new floor pans.
I know. I'm tempted. We are desperate. Let's gut the thermostat, see what that does. Maybe it helps. Maybe it's too late. Probably should have started there. I don't really know what else to do. We'll go buy a bunch of ice and throw it on the engine.
We could do that.
Yeah.
A bunch of oil goop.
Yeah, thicken that oil up real thick. I don't think
we can
it's
make
not-
it to Emporia. That's like another 20, 25 miles.
It's a big town, and then we could dump this thing
Yeah.
easier.
Let's see if we can get to Emporia.
That's open. That's a weird thermostat. I could see how that would restrict some flow, for sure. And we're gonna make a gasket out of a piece of cardboard. I don't have any RTV.
Something's fucking dead in the weeds, man.
It stinks so bad over here. Will it run and drive 100 yards to that gas station?
It's fine now. Built pressure. It's okay. That's just the gas. That's the drive shaft. We're back to that. That's okay. I would say that's your gooping option. I'll start to see it. Good news is we don't have to burp it. Thermostat's already open. So Dalton is now adding the viscosity enhancement compound.
Little extra oil too.
Yeah, just more oil keeps it cool, right?
Yeah, see, this will fix it.
Auxiliary cooling system.
Yes.
Well, that might hang up on throttle. There we go. There you go. Put it more to the front so the water has to roll off the back of the engine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like new.
Oh yeah.
It's fine.
Where's Osage City?
Not very happy, is it? They just blew off, actually. Yeah.
We're down with some. Oh. The rock clearance and stuff.
Yeah. Are you around now? Can you send my buddy Jim your address?
What's going on here is the 460 is turning itself into something less than a 460. As we're driving down 35, smoking out 35, I'm on the phone negotiating to buy a 1987 GMC pickup truck. We're about 20 minutes from there at this point, and I'm trying to keep my cool and negotiate and buy this truck.
I have tools. You have a starter for it, right? Just what? Yeah, our motor.
Are you filming?
Loaded.
Keep going till it quits.
Well, we're smoking out the highway, and I have cash, so I mean I can buy it. I don't know.
Let's see if we can get to an exit.
I gotta see if I can get to an exit here, but literally this thing's blowing up as we speak. Hey, on the bright side, it's running cool.
Yes.
We gotta get off here. I found a truck for sale nearby. Maybe we can buy a truck.
What's this you found shit?
Oh yeah, you found it. I talked to it.
Luckily, the next exit that we can get off to safety is the exit we need to take anyway to go to this truck.
I just hope we're going right.
How many miles does it say left?
17.
We ain't gonna make it.
No, there's no way.
Maybe Lebo, Kansas has a good Uber. There's no traffic, just roll this bitch.
I'm gonna roll it. I'm in neutral.
You're clear. You're clear. Northern Woody's coming. Go. I heard it throw one rod and then another rod. I bet you we are on 6 cylinders. That is oil on the windshield, by the way. Oh, this is not good.
It's really bad.
We may have to be ready to jump out if this thing blows up and catches on fire.
Yep.
Do you have a fire extinguisher?
Nope.
Well, the plan will be you get out that side, pull our bags out. Me and him will run to the back, over the bank, and yank shit out the back. I don't quite hear the drive shaft anymore.
No, drive shaft sounds fine.
Maybe that's because the crankshaft is rattling worse.
It's dying.
Oh, it's definitely dying.
It's dying. It's done.
Maybe we try to find somebody and tow them and give it a ride. Oh, hey, there's a car.
Oh.
There's several Cadillacs there. Let's coast as far as we can. There's a street here. There's a road off the side.
Yeah, this will work fine.
That was bad.
Not really. That was just kind of.
It's just the way she goes. I think it's done for. There's a lot of oil. Oh yeah, there's a hole in the block. It's in the pan.
What do you think, JD?
Not that bad. We're just in some random guy's back of the truck.
Yeah, but we got fresh air.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to the wagon.
Bye.
This farmer just happened to be passing by, and he said he'd give us a lift into Osage City where this truck was for sale. So onward we went. Upon arriving to see the truck, it was a little less than advertised, but beggars can't be choosers. We were able to work out a deal where I partial traded the wagon and some cash for this pickup. Probably paid a little too much for it, but that's okay. We were back on the road.
We hitchhiked here, bought this truck. What do you think, JD?
It's great.
Yeah. This'll get us the rest of the way.
It's kind of a pile.
Oh, it's terrible. No.
But it's better than walking.
It is better. It's better than the wagon thus far. It runs. Yes. It's an 87. Somebody's put an earlier small block in it. It does still have the 700 R4, unfortunately. We got to top off the fluids, see what it does. Dude, this gas pedal is so hard to push.
Well, yes.
It's not on the carb. It's the freaking cable itself. Let's get some transmission fluid because it's super low.
At least 2 quarts.
Yep. Temp gauge works.
As long as it doesn't peg.
We learned that the hard way.
How far is the Napa?
Just down here. I saw it on the way in. Well, I know nothing about this. Temp gauge seems to work. Speedo works. And we're cruising 60 miles an hour on some really bad tires. We should probably get the tires addressed, but we got to go get our stuff out of the wagon first. We just abandoned it.
Good news is all 8 rods are contained within this engine block still.
Currently. Oh, good. Well, unfortunately, nobody stole it. I traded $200 worth of value against this truck for that station wagon.
Here we go.
Goodbye, wagon. Goodbye. Just leave it. And,
Well, we're not leaving it. The new owner left it parked there.
yeah, I know. I told them to come pick it up, but they didn't meet us out here, so. Oh well. Onward we go.
Probably don't even know where it is.
Yeah, we showed them.
I sent them a pin. Let's put some gas in this thing, and I just want to kind of once over a couple other things. But, so far, so good. Not bad. I filled up the power steering pump. It didn't make any difference.
Was it low?
Yes.
It's fine.
Not bad.
Mint.
Let's roll. Alright, we're getting off the highway here. Got a tire shop over here. It should have some tires that'll fit this. We'll see if that's the case. What was that, Jim? Maybe 10 miles on the highway? A little more,
Yeah,
15?
about 10 miles is what it was. Good, nice test run.
Breast Tire Pros. These guys got us in right away. Get some tires put on this piece of crap truck. I'm gonna have more money in rubber than I do on the whole truck. Let's see. Those are pretty bad. I can see it's got a fuel pressure regulator on it. That's good. Oh man, that guy's gonna get a ticket for sure. That guy's greasing the truck for us. Doing a full service on it, and without even asking. That guy is checking the diff fluid. I've never actually been in a shop, like had a vehicle worked on ever in my life. Woo! Look at that new rubber. These guys serviced the diffs, filled the transfer case, brake fluid, it took a gallon of coolant. They did all the things that I should have done. They did it for free, no charge, which is...
Even washer solvent.
Huh? Yeah, they even filled it with washer fluid.
You don't even know if they work.
They probably don't. I probably don't even have wipers. All right, with our newly serviced truck, let's see how she drives now. Carburetor's not very happy still, but she'll get up to speed eventually here. I bet it's just smooth as silk.
Right, accelerator cable.
Yeah, that's it. I can't floor it anymore. This is floored. Probably a fourth the throttle that it should have. Oh wow, this drives a lot better.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh hell, this is decent. Not bad. To Newton. fix it, or?
Oh, I think it'll be fine.
Well, I guess we'll see how she does in standstill traffic. So far, so good. Okay. What, about 5 minutes of that? It didn't seem to do anything weird. Runs just as bad as it always has.
Unfortunately, onwards didn't last for long.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hey, maybe don't pass when someone has their signal on for a quarter of a fucking mile.
We had our turn signal on.
Had a signal on to turn right
and we were
here.
turning and you passed and ran right into us. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? You're good. Well, how about that? We had our signal on for a quarter of a mile to make a left right here. And this truck driver had to get around us and drove straight into the side of us. Thank God it's an old Squarebody.
As we were turning.
Unfortunately, the GoPro had shut off before the wreck, but we did all walk away, and just minor bumps, bruises, scrapes. The old Squarebody did a hell of a job protecting us, and I'm a firm believer that if we had been driving anything else, this would have ended a lot differently. We got the old girl to fire up and pull off the highway on its own. Unfortunately, the wreck was hard enough that it tore the driver's side engine mount out of the truck, and it had actually unhooked the battery cable and caused the throttle to stick wide open. But the officers were kind enough to let us fix that.
Yep, I see the problem.
I'm going to take a moment here to let you know that we do have Real Steel Saves Lives t-shirts available for pre-order on polebarnmerch.com. You can find a link in the description to take you right to them. We have youth sizes available as well. They're only going to be offered for 3 weeks, so get your pre-orders in now in the next 3 weeks. It really helps the channel out, and you get a great quality shirt that speaks the truth, that Squarebody trucks are just pretty damn tough.
Your wheels are a little left already. No, that's it. Kind of that way and then turn to the right as you can as you go. You're in reverse. Yeah. Right there. Hard right. Left down.
Well, it was a good truck while we knew it. So, is this a bad time to plug merch? This is kind of expensive. So please buy a hat or a t-shirt at polebarnmerch.com, or consider joining the Low Buck Club for 99 cents a month. Maybe the Don't Lose the Shop Club for $9.99 a month. Go to the join button right below here.
We had the truck hauled to our destination, which was my buddy Mr. Goodplyer's house. Then we were able to lay eyes on our new project, which is now our only way to get home.
It's kind of dark. This is the end of this trip. The wagon, the truck, the utter failures. Mr. Goodplyers is here. And thank you so much for...
The worst used car salesman ever.
Yeah, what the hell?
I got screwed by another YouTuber.
I thought you said this thing was mint.
Right here. So JD and I here, we have thoroughly and professionally assessed the situation here. Our plan is tomorrow we are going to reconvene and see if we can get this to run and move under its own power.
Because it's the only thing we have.
Yes, due to the unfortunate sequence of events today, we are forced to, this became a not can we get it home, we got no freaking choice. So it's bad. It's utterly horrible and bad. So More tomorrow.
Stay tuned,
Yes.
folks. Next week's video. Will this 68 GTO that was in a building fire and a guy died in the building with it, will this haunted and burned 68 GTO drive 200 miles home? It's a prophilic shot there with the sunset on you. Oh my god, I feel like I got hit by a truck. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Please consider buying something from polebarnmerch.com or joining the Low Buck Club. It's gonna help with, I think I'm out like $8,000 in this trip.
Well, at this point, Dalton, we need food. See y'all later. We need food.
Food. Bye.